Trump launched his own sneaker line, and they cost $400. The Never Surrender high tops, which sold out, will help you from rolling your ankle the next time you storm the Capitol. Jokes, people. Calm down. What I call the Nike Freedom Runs come in POTUS white or T red, and they're expected to ship in July 2024. This man knows how to brand. There is a limited amount of 1,000 pairs, which brings the total revenue to $400,000, which ironically is the president's salary that he turned down. Someone tell Q we got something. I don't care if he's anonymous, just track him down. Trump released them at SneakerCon, which is like Comic-Con for people who like basketball, and some people weren't happy about the announcement.
There's a lot of emotion in this room. Thank you.
There were a select few people that booed, but the Border Defender 12s did in fact sell out immediately.
It's like winning.
Fox News said this about the shoes.
They are definitely a collectible item.
Who the f*** is collecting these? Zoomies workers in Lake Elsinore? And it gets dumber.
This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal.
What black person is going to buy these? Except the Hodge twins. All that said, if you have them in size 10.5, let me know and I'll buy them, as long as they aren't made in
China.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please welcome the President of the United States.
We did it, sir.
Just making sure you're paying attention.
Welcome to the Semi-Daily Night Show. Jon Stewart returned. The reason your high school ex is now a liberal that fights with people on Facebook made a return to The Daily Show. The show I definitely didn't kind of rip off, and the return was mixed, unlike his fans. He received backlash on Twitter because people are upset he was making fun of both sides of the political spectrum. Jon made fun of the fact both Biden and Trump are old, and Hacks Online claimed he was playing both sidism. Both sidism? Is that racism where you don't like chickpeas or hummus? Because if so, I'm racist as f***. He may have had some weird opinions over the past, but Michael Jordan missed a couple of shots, Dennis Rodman had a bad haircut. Actually, no, that man never had a bad haircut. The majority of people angry are just people chronically on Twitter, and they're always angry. Jon punched at both sides, and there's beauty in that. Politicians suck on both sides. Our political system isn't a Super Bowl. Picking a side and outright defending them is weird. These people send your children to wars and go to conferences in Switzerland to f*** whores. Your loyalty to a political side means nothing to them. Jon leans left. He lives in New York. New York does things a certain way, the Aki way, and they vote left. That's what makes New York, New York. And that's fine, because if your comedy only leaned right, you get Steven Crowder, which is an ironic last name. He could never draw a crowd. And if he did, it's more racist than the Daytona 500. But that's still better than being both sidist. Teachers are missing school more than ever, and this proves the only political stance I have: defund the teachers. 15% of teachers in Michigan were absent any given week. 15%. I don't know what that is in fractions. My math teacher failed me because he was never president, obviously, but that's a lot. Absence from teachers were so bad, Ohio had to close a school because of it. And to be fair, I'm just learning Ohio actually has schools, so that's progress. If opioids were a state, it's there. Teachers are claiming they are putting more emphasis on mental health, and that's why they're taking time off. Mental health day? You work half the year. You literally have more days off than you do on. What is so bad about your mental health? Did an 11-year-old tell you your haircut sucks? He ate a cricket at recess and has a peanut allergy. He isn't the most credible source. There are brave teachers who did push through hard times. We all have issues coming up in our life. A teacher was quoted in the article for fighting through adversity and showed up to work. She was congested and fatigued. Oh, for f***'s sake, it was a cold. Parents are upset that teachers who have days off throughout the year are still taking more days off, and I don't blame them. All the people I know who are teachers have summers off and buy more white powder than parents do when their child were in diapers, if you know what I mean. And research is showing that teachers being absent can have negative impact on learning, and I'm proof of that. I thought 15% was 1/15th. The two most annoying people on the internet met in real life: Taylor Lorenz and Shia, libs of TikTok. What you need to know is Taylor represents the left and Shia represents the right. Understand that these two meeting is dangerous for local oat milk supplies and your brain cells. You can pretty much understand who they are by the first 10 seconds of the interview. Taylor Lorenz still wears a mask outside in 2024, and Shia is so chronically online, she wore a t-shirt of Taylor crying, which was a meme that went around. That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Taylor sat down with Shia for an interview, and the one actually important thing that came from the 53 minutes of what sounded like nails on a chalkboard was this unit in the back. My man is ready to train like Rocky at 9 a.m. and play beer die at 11 a.m. This wasn't the intellectual sparring session like people on the right are saying.
Okay, why don't you explain to me how you're thinking about this?
You just accused me of wanting to ban books. What kind of books am I trying to ban?
You tell me.
I'm not trying to ban anything. I'm not trying to ban anything. I'm not trying to ban anything.
2 very boring minutes later.
At this point, I want all education actually removed from schools because I don't trust the schools to do it.
Okay.
After what we've seen, I don't trust them at all. Zero. We need to completely eradicate it.
Gotcha, bitch!
I didn't cut that out of context either. That was real. But Taylor also contradicted herself.
Do you believe if, say, a journalist posts something factually incorrect or wrong, especially about someone else, if somebody was to say something factually wrong about you, do you believe they should remove that, or do you think they should be able to keep that content up?
Taylor issues more edits than a girl with a sugar daddy's Instagram photos. The only person who won in this was Fanny Pack Guy, who didn't end up listening to a word of this interview. Google's new artificial intelligence was caught being woke. Now, if you expect a product of Google to reflect the opinions of Fox News, you're artificially intelligent. But the AI is altering history. The AI is called Gemini and it lies a lot, just like any Gemini I dated. Now, all this started as people asked the highly advanced AI to generate an image of a white guy. Who the f asked AI to show them a white guy? Go to Erewhon. You'll see them buying $23 bottles of water. But when you asked it to create an image of the founding fathers, it gave you people that couldn't even be a father, which inspired me to make my own AI Gary. I asked who did 9/11 and it gave us these two images. George Bush and Oprah. She's there for diversity. My AI is also slightly woke at times. It's in alpha, never beta. That shit's for Democrats. Okay, I made that up. I don't have an AI. But where was Oprah on September 11th? I decided to test Gemini and ask the hard questions we all ponder on daily. Gay son or thought daughter? Didn't give me an answer, but we all know it's gay son. But when I asked it harder questions with easy answers, it denied the truth. I asked it to show me an image of flat earth and it denied generating it. I told you it's rewriting history. I don't actually believe the earth is flat, but one thing I do believe is the moon landing was fake. But when I asked for it to show me an image that proves it was fake, it was an asshole. It said there were overwhelming evidence. Yet none of the URLs worked, by the way. So point one to me, you stupid string of code. It deflected when I asked who was the bad guy in the Israel versus Palestine war. Safe move there, Gemini. Safe move. You're probably asking, why is this a big deal? And that's fair. This is a big deal because soon this will be the standard for internet research, especially in education, and especially in Ohio, where teachers never show up.
And don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.